All right, so I have not made a video in a very long time. I haven't actually even been taking video. Um, Things have been pretty busy. The baby likes to be held an awful lot, so I am finding myself exhausted most days. She's 5 months old now. I cannot believe it's been 5 months already. Time just flies by. I mean, I'm telling you, there are days I don't even brush my hair. I have a ponytail holder that is almost always in my hair all the time because the baby will pull on my hair. I will lie down to go to sleep and the hair will just be like it's frustrating. So yeah, I have not been taking time to take care of myself like I probably should, besides making sure I try and get some sleep. So if I can get a nap in, I'm doing so. So I have not been doing much in the way of videos. I've been really hoping to take care of a garden this year. I've been wanting to garden for years, and every time every time I start, I fail so badly. So there was one year I decided, oh, let's do a garden, and my husband went and tilled up this area, and the problem was when I was looking at it, was early spring. This was one of our first years married, and I didn't realize how much shade would be casted upon this garden spot from the trees and the house surrounding it, because I was a newbie at this, very, very much so. So the only thing that really grew well was the lettuce, because lettuce likes to have a bit of shade. The carrots, they did okay because they also don't like full-on sun. But they were like this big. I had baby carrots. And I don't remember if anything else. I didn't have any peas. I think I got like maybe 9 pea pods out of all the peas that I planted. And oh, it wasn't good. The following year I attempted again and nothing grew. I don't know why. The year that I remember the most that I attempted was when I tried doing tomatoes, because I have never successfully grown tomatoes. So I started the tomatoes inside, and I was so proud of myself because they were tall, they were looking good, they had a few leaves already, so it wasn't just the cotyledons. They actually had the leaves, and I planted them outside early on a Saturday morning, put the water on them. It was really early so that they wouldn't get burnt out from the water. And we had some stuff to do that weekend, so went off, did our stuff on the Saturday, came home, was going to go water them just before bed, just because, they're brand new seeds. I thought, oh, maybe making sure they get enough water would be good. The dog had dug out every single plant, and in the heat of the sun of the day, they were dead. Like, there was nothing I could do to save them. Every single one of those little plants was just strewn all over the garden. He had dug everyone out, and I was so upset. I was not happy. And then that particular garden plot, I tried strawberries in there, and the dog dug those up. I tried onions one year, dog dug those up. I was just trying like one thing at a time. I don't know why. I think it's because I always started on the garden late. And last year I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do onions and potatoes, because those are two things that I really wanted to have. And onions and potatoes shouldn't be hard. I had the seed stuff that I needed already. I'm like, okay, it's time to plant. We're going to get these out here. And I did some buckets. We have, on the farm, we have these mineral buckets that we have to buy for our cows. And so we have all these empty buckets, and I'm like, drill some holes in the bottom, put some rocks in there, fill it with dirt and compost, and away we go. Potatoes went in to those. I had 6 of those, and they're quite large. They're about 2.5 feet across. And I did in that garden plot. Same potatoes. I did onions in the garden plot. I didn't do the onions in the pots. I should have done them in the pots. And then I watered everything at exactly the same time. The pots were right in the same area that the garden area, that little spot was that I had. Not a thing came up in that little garden area. So my soil there is dead. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did or whatever. Not a thing grew in there. The pots all came up, and I composted both areas. I put fresh dirt in both areas. I tilled, I did all the things. Not a single thing came up in that little garden plot. So I don't know if maybe the cats have been using that as a toilet or what, because apparently their feces kills plants. I am going to be trying something different this year. One of my friends told me about no-till gardening. I'm going to attempt it in an area of the yard that we have that quite literally just grows grass. Used to have a pool there years before I even met my husband. I'm thinking I'm going to try over there. I'm going to have to ask my mother-in-law first if she's okay with me essentially making that area of the yard look messy. I don't know if she's going to be okay with that. She's got like 3 or 4 garden plots all over the yard, and she grows all sorts of things. I don't know, like she puts it in the ground and poof, there they go, but she waters them all the time, and I don't have the patience to water every single day like she does. I don't have the time to think about it even. So no-till gardening, I heard you don't have to water them as often. So I'm thinking maybe maybe this is the way for me to do this. So I did start a bunch of plants. I'm very excited about how some of them are looking already. We'll see how I do. Yeah. I've said it before. I can grow kids, but I can't seem to grow plants. But I want to be able to be a little more self-sustaining. We have a lot of kids. Our grocery bill is through the roof. I never thought I would see a grocery bill as high as we've been having, especially this last year. It has doubled since 2018. Our grocery bill has doubled. We've added 2 kids. One of them is 2 now, and one of them's not even eating solids yet. And my 2 oldest kids are now eating like adults, so we got more food going through, and food prices have escalated so much. I can't even think, like, how. So, yeah, we're just, I'm just hoping to try and reduce the cost of groceries in our house. So yeah, I apologize. I've not been putting out videos. My brain is just on, I don't know, there's so many things that I'm trying to do that I have not been taking videos. I've been doing some cleaning on the farm in the barn office, and I've been taking video of that, but last day I cleaned was the day before I went into labor with my daughter, and I have not been in the barn office since. So, yeah. I have a feeling most of my cleaning is for naught at this point. But I need to get in there and continue. And I'm thinking I should just take the footage of the videos that I did make up until that point and edit them into something that I can put on my channel. I'm hoping to see a lot of change on the farm this year, and I'm hoping to remember to take video as I go along, because I want to clean up a lot of areas on the farm. I have so many ideas for things that I want to do to make more use of some unused buildings and unused equipment and unused whatever that is on the farm. I have big dreams. I don't know if I'm going to actually get to do much of that, because I'm already feeling like it's hard enough just to keep the house running and homeschool going and feeding the kids and all the things. I do sourdough bread, and so I have not bought bread for years. I make all of our bread and buns. Last year my husband actually bought buns for like when we did hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff, because I didn't feel like making them. But I usually make all of our hamburger buns and our bread and biscuits and cookies and all that stuff. But now I should delve into making our butter and our cheese. I make our ice cream because I have an ice cream machine, and I make our yogurt. So we'll see how much I get into. I want to get chickens this year because we go through so many eggs. But I think it would be neat to actually have chickens that we raise ourselves, that we could butcher ourselves. I don't, will I be butchering chicken myself? I don't know. But raising our own chickens for eggs and meat would be nice, because we get our own hamburger from the cows that we need to slaughter, and we have, I mean, we don't slaughter, we don't butcher the cows. We have somebody else to come in to do that because no, I'm not that adventurous. If I can grow a garden and learn to can, I don't know how to can, you guys. I'm a Mennonite woman. Not really. I grew up from a Mennonite background. I have a friend who does canning and she does it really well. So I'm thinking maybe I just need to, let's get together and do some canning. Teach me how to do some canning. If I can grow produce, because there's no point in canning if you don't grow it yourself, really, right? So if I can grow my own garden and I can figure out how much I need to grow for each thing, because tomato sauce, we go through so much tomato sauce in our house. I could have a huge garden full of tomatoes and just make it all in tomato sauce and diced tomatoes, and we'd be golden, but we'll see. Anyways, that's my update for April. What is it? The 13th? Something like that. I think it's April 13th today. It's storming outside. No one's going outside right now. The roads are pretty bad. So, yeah. We'll see if I actually delve into the whole cheese and butter making thing in the near future. Thank you for watching and have yourself a blessed week. Okay, so I just wanted to show what I've been doing here. I started some seeds. These ones I started April 11th, the cantaloupe. I actually took the cantaloupe from a cantaloupe. I didn't buy seeds for that one. This one is apples, because the kids wanted to try apples. And this one is peppers, and then onions. And I think these were the 4 that I started on the 11th of April. And the rest I started on the 9th of April. So this one is oregano. I did not soak these seeds, and I'm not seeing anything of them yet. But yeah, and then there's cauliflower, and I can see a couple just barely starting to poke through over here. This confused me for a bit. I had my zucchini in this packet. And I knew one of them I hadn't planted anything in, and this one is growing something. So I think I put my zucchini in here, and I put this packet in this one for some reason, which has absolutely nothing growing in it. So I'm probably going to use that one for, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do in there yet. I have some dill, some carrots, and some spinach that I haven't yet planted at all because I just want to start those outside. I figure I'll probably do the corn outside too because that usually works out pretty good. And then here I'm really happy with these. So these are my beans, and they are just coming up. And I planted those on the 9th. I soaked the seed first. Same with the cucumber. So they are looking really nice. I don't know how to do this anymore though, because they're actually sprouting up above my cover. Tomatoes are just barely starting to sprout. There's a couple of them there. So that's good. And then here I have sunflowers on that side and pumpkins on that side, and they're doing great. I also soaked those ones. So soaking your seeds really helps because today is the 13th and I'm seeing a lot of growth here. Yeah, that's what it looks like outside now. I saw grass fully yesterday, and then we got a lot of snow, and it's blowing, and the roads are apparently hazardous to drive on. There's still people driving. They're going pretty slowly though. You can see the snow that was still there. It was already pretty high in certain areas, and now there's new snow, fresh snow on everything, and it was raining at the same time, so we've got some fun ahead.